Today's country and your all-time favorites. 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation this morning brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, online at fcmc.us.com. Joining me in the studio today from New Hampton Trapshooting, we have Mindy Humpal joining us. Mindy, thanks for joining me today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I know last time we had a conversation was over the phone, and now we have faces to go with the names.
We
so
do.
Excellent. That's good, especially for this occasion we have coming up here in a little bit. But first things first, New Hampton Trapshooting. Could you give us a little info background on the New Hampton Trapshooting Team?
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you. Our New Hampton Trapshooting Team is at this year 41 shooters strong. As you might remember, last year we added intermediates, or our 7th and 8th grade shooters. So that was new to us last year. So this year our breakdown is about 29 high school students and 12 intermediate shooters. We shoot the regular singles discipline, but we also started over the course of the last couple of years adding handicap, skeet, and double. So we have a little bit more diversity in our trap shooting program as well.
So this is also kind of a fairly new thing developed here, not just probably a couple of years ago this actually started?
Well, so we've actually had a trap shooting team, I think, for over 10 years, actually, and it continues year over year, become more and more popular. I think part of the draw of the shooting sports, there are a lot of kids that want to participate in, a team activity, an organized event, and get the benefits of that, but maybe traditional sports aren't a fit for one reason or another. So we find that the shooting sports are a great avenue and a great option for our non-traditional athletes. Another about trap shooting is what we call kind of like the no cut policy. So you don't have to, shoot a certain number to be able to compete to shoot varsity. Everyone shoots. Everyone will compete at every event. And we really believe that competing as an entire team is really what pushes one another to be as successful as possible. We might go to a meet and individuals might win medals, squads might win trophies, but really that success is fueled by the entire team pushing and competing together.
A very inclusive club indeed to take part in and enjoy some of the events that come along with it. Matter of fact, we have one coming up here. Let's talk about the event you guys have coming up here.
So, a little bit of backstory and why we found that the fundraising is so necessary. So, we are historically a very successful program, and just like anyone to be successful, it's what you do a lot of, right? So we shoot a lot, and in that there are pretty substantial costs associated with that. When we talk about clays, ammunition, fuel, the entry cost for our shooters, a high school shooter before any sponsorship or fundraising activities, is about $1,300. Our junior high students, it's about $1,100 because they compete just a little bit less, and so. As those costs have continued to grow, we really wanted to ensure that finances wouldn't be a barrier to entry and wouldn't prevent kids from being able to participate in this awesome sport and gain all of the life skills and life benefits really that accompany participation.
Yeah, and I've heard, especially on the ammunition part of things, that compounding with the cost, post the pandemic and stuff like that, even for a simple pallet of that ammunition is extremely expensive when you think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So leading us into our the third fundraising banquet. Let's talk more about that.
So a committee was formed a few years ago, and as I said, really with the goal of being able to support our student athletes in getting into this sport. So we have an amazing partnership with the Chickasaw Pheasants Forever. We will be holding our fundraising banquet a little bit earlier this year. So Friday, April 5th, out at the New Hampton Golf and Country Club. We will be having a pork crown dinner catered by our partners at U2 Barbecue. They always take such good care of us. The night will involve games, raffles, a silent auction, and a live auction. We're really excited about the lineup. Anyone who's been to our event before knows that we will have several one-of-a-kind personal and exciting options to purchase on our live and silent auction. We'll have excursions, events, and just and on top of that, probably over a dozen firearms to be won throughout the course of the night as well.
Excellent. We're speaking with Mindy Humpal, joining us from New Hampton Trapshooting Team, the fundraiser banquet that's coming up on Friday, April 5th. I've had a few questions asked about it, and I'm wondering, because he is part of Pheasants Forever, will Nick Knoll make an appearance?
We are hoping so. He and Leslie are tremendous supporters of our program and have assured us that they will be of support in any way possible. So we always are appreciative when Nick takes the mic and helps MC the show for us.
Absolutely. So the pressure's on, Nick. And of course, more information on the event and everything you guys do there, your organization there, general questions, information. How can we get a hold of you
Great
guys?
question. So a couple of things. Tickets for the event are $25 and can be purchased at Bank Iowa. Additionally, there is a New Hampton Trapshooting page, and you can pay attention to that page for details about the event. We'll also look to feature some of the items that will be available to be won or be purchased the night of our event on that Facebook page.
Very good. And also a quick preview. What are some of those items we could be expecting?
Oh, great. Great question. So we've got a week-long stay at a Glenwood Lodge up in Minnesota. I know fishers have been pretty interested in that. We've got some homemade items like trap barn quilts and a queen-size trap quilt. We've got crushed rock. The list kind of goes on and on, but we're really excited. We've got a couple sets of really awesome bag boards that are actually made by a couple of our student shooters that we're excited to feature the night of our event. And maybe an item that, as a mom of 3 shooters, I'm most excited about will be going on auction is a reserved parking spot out at the Fredericksburg Sportsman's Club for our home trap shooting events.
Who doesn't love that? And especially that lodge thing too. As long as Mother Nature doesn't drop too much snow, that would be a golden opportunity.
That's right.
All right, Mindy Humpal here joining us here on the Morning Roundup. Of course, I do thank you for taking the time to speak with us here, but any final notes before we part ways this morning?
Yeah, I would just say if you haven't been out to a New Hampton trap shooting meet, I'd strongly encourage you to come and join us, maybe on a nicer day than today. Although we shoot in all conditions, we have the benefit of being able to compete out at the Fredericksburg Sportsman's Clubs. We've got a tremendous facility out there, and it's really special to watch the camaraderie and the focus of our shooters. And as another spectator commented once, it's really satisfying to watch the clays break. And again, a little biased, but our kids break a lot of clay. So it's a lot of fun to watch.
I only wish that I had that opportunity with my old man because we were more from the urban environment, but you always had a grand old time when you go out to a club and just do shooting clay and stuff like that. That's always a good sight to see, and seeing that kids and even some of the young adults and adults as well having a great time with that opportunity. So, exactly. Mindy, thanks a lot again for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Mindy Humpal here on the Morning Roundup from New Hampton Trapshooting. The information is posted for the fundraiser on community calendar, 951thebull.com. Our community conversation brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center on 95.1 The Bull.